Happy Sunday, everybody. This is your host of the show for the next half an hour or so, the good old Fox, broadcasting from the Prairie Fox Studios up in what was a blizzard-consumed Saskatchewan, Canada. Don the Fox here with All Night Long with the Fox and the Fox Radio 69 show, broadcast both on internet radio dentata, and now, along with my producer, Kitty, we now have our own streaming studio, nightmoveswiththefoxstudio.com. A lot of help from Kitty, and it's very exciting. Still doing somewhat the same style of shows, searching all over the world for what we consider to be talented, beautiful, sexy, outstanding women of any type of talent or category you want to call it. And it's interesting, a lot of work, but at the same time it's a lot of fun as well. On the show with us today, Kitty's here with us today. Welcome aboard, Kitty.
Thank you very much.
On the show with us today, we have former Miss Florida, as well as makeup artist, her own business called STARLETT IMAGES, Tricia Rogers. Welcome to the show, Tricia.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
Well,
Yay.
you're probably glad that you're there and not here.
Well, it sounds like it. I didn't realize you had a blizzard. I know you said there was a storm, but I've got the windows open. I'm watching the birds and the squirrels play outside. It's warm down here.
Well, if you can sort of imagine an end of April, first part of May, warm blizzard going through, and then now we're facing the aftermath. It's warm out, but everything is all icy and the roads haven't been plowed yet. And basically from Friday, well, I should say early Saturday morning, 2 a.m. Saturday morning Mountain Time, through till about 2:30 Saturday afternoon, we had no power.
Yeah, that stinks.
No, that sucks.
About the whole no power thing, being through so many hurricanes, I can't even recall how many I've been through. But yeah, I'm glad you're here.
That's when you suddenly realize how much we are all spoiled by modern conveniences. Power, you can't turn the TV on. My famous bad habit, stupid bad habit, anywhere I am, as soon as the power goes out, guess what I want to do right away?
The TV.
No, I want to microwave a cup of coffee. I can't make a pot of coffee, and right away I'll say, well, it's okay, I can nuke it. People look at me and go, really, dude, how are you going to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the stupid stuff that comes up just spur of the moment when you're panicking. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get on to Tricia and her career, lifestyle, a little bit about your former modeling, if you will.
Okay. Like you guys already know, I was Miss Florida USA 1990, and after that I went into modeling full time. I moved up here to Atlanta and joined an agency. Modeled up here for a few years. Did a lot of traveling. Went all over the country, some out of the country. Did a few commercials, and after that, I just kind of landed into makeup artistry. I went to school for art. I actually went to Florida State University and got a degree in art. And with that kind of background and already knowing a lot about being in front of the camera, what kind of makeup it takes for stage, outdoor, indoor, different kinds of lighting, modeling, it's just something I learned a lot along the way. And with the art talent I already have, I just kind of started helping out with different pageants, consultations, doing photography, working for photographers. Started doing that. Then it kind of went into film crews, videographers, things like that. So now I kind of do a little bit of everything. I mean, even from major events for specific people and, you know, things like that. So that's how I got that started.
Now,
That's cool.
just out of curiosity, I don't know much about this, and I imagine, hopefully, there's a lot of other people out there in the world that don't know a lot about this. We watch on television all the time, like hundreds of pageants, wherever they may be and whoever may be hosting them, and we often come back with a sarcastic comment, yeah, well, with all the makeup and everything, of course they look good. What would you, as the makeup artist, what would you say would be any given time frame for a model getting ready for a contest or getting ready for a photo shoot or what have you? What would be an average run-of-the-mill time frame for you as a makeup artist to get somebody set for the stage for the camera?
About an hour.
An hour.
I would say a good hour. Yeah, it's different for stage. There's more makeup involved, obviously, but there's different techniques that are used for that kind of lighting. But yeah, I would say about an hour to make it as flawless as possible.
Now, being the makeup artist, and this might be a really dumb question, and Kitty's probably going to fall off her chair laughing at this, but if something should happen when this model is getting ready for a photo shoot or getting ready for the stage or whatever, and something whatever could go wrong, is there ever a time when you feel that you didn't do your job completely?
No,
I mean, power goes out.
Oh, you mean like a power goes out, or if there was an accident involved and she gets totally screwed up, like her makeup gets messed up? I'm always prepared for anything like that.
How do you prepare?
Well, you believe it or not, my kit, when I take my supplies with me, I have everything you can imagine. Everything from every kind of makeup remover, my gosh, where I can actually take everything off and start over and you know, repair the damage or completely start over as fast as I can. I carry everything. It's almost like an entire bathroom I carry around with me, because you don't want to. You can't have just makeup. It's not just makeup. You've got to be prepared for everything.
And this is if you're working with people who are already model-esque to begin with. Can you also transform the average person and make them look as fabulous as, you know, you probably do, and, you know, other models tend to?
Yeah, I think everybody's got potential to come, you know, to look gorgeous, you know, with the proper makeup. It's all in the techniques. It really is. You can create an illusion. You can cover up any flaws. You can create different depths and angles on someone's face that they might not have, and you can diminish certain features that you don't want to stand out. You can take away shadows. You can create shadows. It's all art. It really doesn't matter. If you're working with a blank canvas, you know, a real, you know, artist canvas and a face, as long as you start with that blank canvas, and you can create just about anything.
Oh,
wow.
I so wish I could work with you.
It's fun. I look at it. It's challenging, and it's always so rewarding to you know, help out, you know, even just a friend that's going to a party that they really want to look extra special for. I'll run over to their house and do their makeup for them, and it never fails. People sometimes don't recognize them, or they just, you know, say, oh my gosh, you know, you look 10, 20 years younger, and, you know, what is that what are you using on your face? What did you do to make yourself look this fabulous? And that's always fun. I enjoy doing that.
No kidding.
Are there any secrets you can share about what is a really good foundation for or makeup when you're under the lights on camera, photo shoot?
Well, depending on what your environment is that you're in, there's all kinds of tips and tricks to the trade. I would suggest if you're like under a lot of bright lights, try to stay away from frosts, a lot of frosty shadows, eyeshadows, frosty blushes, maybe just a little bit of frost on the lips, and that's it. Because that light's going to pick up. It's like having reflectors on your face. You really need to think about the lighting that you're in. There's all kinds of tricks. Believe it or not, one thing that I use that surprises the heck out of people, if you have a tendency to get shiny really easily and real fast, especially when it's warm, is to dust your face with a little bit of baby powder.
Just regular baby powder.
I'm serious. Just a little bit and a little light dusting in just the areas that you're going to get real shiny. And that's what baby powder is for, is to soak up the moisture. And believe it or not, and it kind of is almost like that gives you that, what's that soft focus look on your face. Just a little bit. Yeah.
I'm going to try that.
Good, but make sure you don't use too much because it is white, and you don't want to, make yourself look pale.
Now, what happens, Tricia, if you happen to get someone who is just old and really wrinkly? What can you do?
Besides
throw them out the back door. Into the trash. Delete.
I would stay away from
everybody.
Greasy, oily foundations. And the key to you have to create a great foundation, which is your canvas. Always use a primer. Always use a primer because it gives the skin kind of that smoothness. It fills in the lines. And I tell you what, there's a lot of these makeup companies out there that sell these expensive primers or that you wear underneath the makeup. $50 for a little tube of primer when you can go to Ulta and get something that's right there. A drugstore brand.
Right.
An off-name brand and get a tube for like $7. It works the exact same way.
So the advice that I got once that just told me to drink heavily and smoke my face off, that was no good?
No.
It hasn't been making me feel very good, so I didn't know what to do. I'm just kidding.
You don't want to kill yourself. That's preserve yourself. I don't think so.
I don't know what I'd be preserving myself for.
Yeah, you really do need a good primer.
Nor do I ever.
You'll have your skin will look 10 years younger if you just use a primer.
I'll get some tonight.
I'll have to get that. I might look 80 then.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead, Giddy. Go ahead.
I was going to ask, do you also work with men, and are your tips the same for men, male models?
Well, yeah.
Men on stage?
Yeah, I think, sometimes I notice, I have worked with men. Men are easy. They're so easy. They just a little bit of primer and then just a little bit of a light dusting.